Poetic Mindshift TV. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I just want to kind of chop it up with y'all right quick, man. It's gonna be about basically, man. It's gonna be about relationships, man. Like in my past relationships, right? I'm just gonna get straight to it, man. I ain't finna wait nobody to get on here, man. Y'all can just catch it later on or whatever. Um, my past relationships, man. I always telling the females that I was with that they shouldn't or they shouldn't do something, right? They shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. If you love me, you wouldn't do this. Even females out here now, you know what I'm saying? Female, if you love me, you wouldn't do this, and you shouldn't do that, and you should never do this, and you should never do that, right? And if you got to think about it, man, if you do that, man, you're limiting your relationship, right? You're limiting your relationship a lot, bad. Because how can you tell somebody, man, what they shouldn't or what they shouldn't do? These people are grown. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Trust is a thing. Trust is a thing. You have to have trust, right? But your trust is not based on what somebody shouldn't or shouldn't do. You see what I'm saying? And I believe a lot of our trust, reason why people don't trust people and all these red flags and all this, man, a lot of this stuff comes from just control, man. Motherfuckers be want to have control. And you got to think about it, man. That's like a hater, man. That's like, you know what I'm saying? That's like a hater or somebody hating on you and just like, when you're doing good, man, and you're trying to do better in your life and they'll come back and they'll be like, I don't think you should do that. And now I don't think you should do this. I think you should do it this way, or I think you should do it that way. That's another form of like limiting a person. You know what I'm saying? You're limiting that person. And you gotta think about it, man. We all had like, we didn't all, from the past, man, we've been here for thousands of years, man. And women and men have done beautiful things, have done things, I'm talking about out this world, possibilities, man. I'm talking about have really, you know what I'm saying, reached a high level. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about it, man. Will Obama ever became Obama if Michelle was like, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that? Or instead of just like, you know what, she trusted that man and she let him make the decisions that what he needed to make as a man, right? Or would Michelle Obama be who she is? You know what I'm saying? With the things that she done with books and, with women and things like that. Like, who would she be able to become the woman that she became if Obama, you know what I'm saying? If Obama was like, "Now, Michelle, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that," right? Would they can't be able to become the have the marriage that they have right now, right? If they were just constantly telling us, "Oh, you shouldn't do this or you should do that." Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Trust is trust. You gotta have trust. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have trust in a relationship. You gotta have trust in a relationship. But I'm talking about you have to be the trust has to be within like the information that you give. You know what I'm saying? The information that y'all receiving from each other. The trust should be that. Nothing more. It shouldn't be like, oh, if you go do this, then I don't mess with you no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're limiting our relationships. And I'm just speaking to myself, because when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to self. I've done that a lot. I've done that, you know, tell them, let a motherfucker know you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that, right? And that one, I would just basically put in my everything in this person. But you don't do that. You don't put your everything in someone. You have to be able to live your life and be able to be who you are, right? While you in the relationship. But a lot of people, we don't do that. We don't do that at all. We'll just limit each other. We'll sit there and try to set all types of rules and boundaries and stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong with having rules, but it can't be to a point that, man, this person wouldn't do this, or this person would never do this, or this person, you know what I'm saying? Your whole belief is in your mind. It's like, this person would never do this. You can't run around and base your life on what somebody else is not going to do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, man, when you live like that, you're living very dangerous. Like you'll get to the point, man, you'll kill somebody, man, because you're putting everything. It's like when they say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's the same thing. Don't put everything. You can't just put everything into something. You gotta have something for your fucking self. And by you sitting here telling them what they shouldn't or what they shouldn't do, is you're limiting, you putting your whole thing into them. You know what I'm saying? Because that person is going to do what the fuck they want to do. They're going to do what they want to do regardless. You know what I'm saying? You just got to let go and be able to say, you know what? And get a person the information or do or talk to them or be there for them. But you can't be there to the point that, damn, you're just hovering over their fucking life. You're smothering them and you like, they'll never do this or they'll never, you're just putting too much in them. Instead of that, you supposed to have, keep your position. Keep your position as a woman. Keep your position as a man. Be you. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. You can set little rules. You can set little boundaries. But, man, it gets to the point, man, you setting so much shit up to the point it's every day, your everything. And then when they fucking break your fucking heart, then what the fuck you gonna do? When they break your heart or they end up doing something that you thought they would never do, or you thought that they shouldn't do it because you told them not to do it, and you shouldn't do this, or you know what I'm saying, or somebody asks, oh, my man would never do this, or my woman would never do this. You know what I'm saying? You putting everything into them. You supposed to be yourself, do what you supposed to do as far as like building a relationship, but that's not going to build that relationship. You got to understand, you're basically focusing on the past and the future. You're not focused on the present. You understand what I'm saying? You're basically killing the present because you're focused on the future and you're focused on the past too much. You got to think about, you shouldn't do this. You should, or this person shouldn't do that. It's like you basically, it's past tense. It's basically past tense. It's past tense. You know what I'm saying? Like you basically sitting here saying, okay, I'm living off the past. I'm living off something that somebody else did, so I'm gonna make sure they shouldn't do this. Or I'm living off basically our future. Just, this person, I know this person will never do this. You know what I'm saying? That don't even sound, how do you don't know. People change one thing about that brain, the brain changes every day. The brain changes every day. So everybody changes every day. Don't know about it. It ain't no such thing as being the same. But don't get me wrong. Have a person in your life. Trust them. Trust them to the core. Trust them. I'm just telling you about what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? Trust them. Trust them. But don't trust them so far to the point that you're putting your everything in them. Because you're going to get disappointed. You're definitely going to get disappointed. Free Palestine. Oh, okay, free Palestine. Okay, already. Free Palestine, man. Free Palestine. That's what's up. That's what's up. But yeah, man, this is basically what I'm talking about, man, as far as like relationships and stuff like that, man. That's what you have to do, man. You have to do that. You can't be living in the past. You can't be even, you know what I'm saying? You can't be living in the future. So never be on, that's a very toxic relationship, man. People get hurt. You know what I'm saying? If you look up, man, I want anybody that's looking this up. What's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? If you think I'm wrong, man, just look Google, man. You shouldn't do this, or the meaning of or what a person shouldn't do, or what a person shouldn't do that. Look it up, and the first thing pop up on Google is domestic violence. That's the first thing pop up is domestic violence. The first thing, just Google. I shouldn't do this, or you shouldn't do that, and the meaning of it. The first thing pop up is domestic violence. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to get to the point, man. That shit is toxic, man. It's toxic when you sit there and try to tell somebody what they shouldn't do, or you telling yourself that they'll never do that because you don't know. You understand? Only thing you can do is be yourself and be in the position of you living your own life. You know what I'm saying? And not living your life based on someone else, what they should do or what they shouldn't do. So, man, I hope, man, somebody got something from this. What's the scream about, man? The scream about is what a person shouldn't do and what a person should not do. Like in relationships, man, most of us, man, I'm speaking on myself. I'm not speaking on everybody else. But in my past relationship, it was always based on some of my relationship was based on what a person shouldn't do, or what I know this person shouldn't do. You understand what I'm saying? I hope I'm talking clear to you. What a person shouldn't do or what a person shouldn't do. A lot of us base our relationships on it, on not having any type of, basically like limiting your relationships. 'Cause everything is possible. Everything is possible in your, when you meet somebody or you be with somebody, they should have the freedom to do whatever they want to do. Like I said, I gave an example as far as like Michelle Obama. Like, would Barack Obama be Barack Obama if Michelle was sitting there talking about, oh, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that? I don't think my husband would ever do that. I don't think he should ever do no thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if she was in that type of attitude, would you think he would ever became president? Or in this case, let's go back to Michelle. Like, would Michelle be able to be like the influencer she is with women, or she, you know what I'm saying? Like, she gets the books and stuff, like she got those booking. Would she be able to be the woman that she is if Barack Obama was like, "Now you shouldn't do that," or "Now you shouldn't be like that," or "Now you should"? Don't get me wrong, trust is there. Nothing wrong with having trust, but I'm talking about for her just being her own woman, and which is being limitless. You know what I'm saying? We're all in this world. We're all just trying to be. We all are trying to be this. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to. That's true freedom. That's true freedom. It's that, man. You got guys right now, man, would not even let a girl go. They would kill that motherfucking girl, man, if she decided to go. You know what I'm saying? Decided to leave him. But he only going to kill her. He will only you know what I'm saying, beat her up or do something physical to her because he put everything into that girl. That was his fucking life. You know what I'm saying? So he had based things in the relationship as she shouldn't do this or she shouldn't do that. Or even women the same way. He shouldn't do this. That's a miserable way to fucking live. Human beings should be limitless. Human beings are not limited. We should be limitless, even in our relationships. You should be able to be free. Now, if you don't want to be with me no more, or you want to go and do whatever you need to do with your life, then that's okay. It's fucking okay for you to go do that. It's okay for you to do that. But me sitting here having these beliefs and these thoughts in my head of, you shouldn't do this, or I know my girl will never do this, or I know my man will never do this, and I know my man will never do this. Man, that shit will get people killed. That shit would have motherfuckers beat up. It be all types of stuff going on. It be all kinds of drama because you're sitting here basing your beliefs on what a person shouldn't do. I hope I cleared that up. I believe in any two people can make it work together in determination. Yeah, yes. Just a theory. It doesn't seem true so far though. When was your last relationship? Man, my last relationship, man, probably was like 2 years ago, man. It's been a while since I've been in like a relationship. So I'm going based off my past. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about my past. I'm not talking about anything that I got going on right now, because this is not nothing to do with like two people. This basically you keeping your position as who you are as a man or a woman. You're keeping your position. You understand what I'm saying? You're letting somebody be limitless in your relationship. You understand? Now, don't get me wrong. You're going to have little rules. You're going to have your boundaries. You're going to have these information that you have to, tell your or let your partner know. You got to do that because that's going to build that trust. But I'm talking about you're giving them to the point that they shouldn't do this or they shouldn't do that. They can do what the fuck they want to do. Whether you got the rules are there, whether your boundaries are there, don't matter. They can still do whatever the fuck they want to do with their life. You understand what I'm saying? And that doesn't make them a bad person. That doesn't make them a terrible person. That doesn't make them an evil person. Because they want to make their own choices and decisions. You know what I'm saying? It's just, to me, it's bad for you to have that belief that you putting everything into everything based on somebody, what they should not do or what they should not what they shouldn't do or what they should do. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't base your life on that because it's so miserable. You live your life so fucking miserable if you live that way. And I'm talking about past experience, and that's it. When control freaks. I mean, you can say that. You can say they're control freak. You can say they codependent. You can say all that. They very dependent on that person. You can say all that. But at the end of the day, it's just like, you can't think that way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going on to think because everything is possible. You know, you got to think about it, man. The things that we had going on and all the men and all the women in life, man, they done some amazing things. They have done some beautiful things, you know, possibility. You feel me? To basically get in a relationship with somebody and tell them that they shouldn't do this or they shouldn't do that. So I hope I made sense. She liked the moves I learned though. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. She like the moves. But man, look, that's basically what I was talking about, man. You know, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and comment, man. You know, hit that notification bell, man. Do that for me. Do that for me. I got more poetry and stuff coming, man. But I just wanted to just get on here and talk, man. That's a toxic relationship, period. That's a toxic relationship. You shouldn't base your relationship. Do not base your relationships on somebody what they shouldn't do or what they should not do or what you think that they'll never do. You understand? Don't limit your relationship. People can go. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way of loving somebody. You know what I'm saying? You want to know the best way of loving somebody? Be able to know, hey, I'm gonna be here for you, but at any time you can go use that door. You can use that exit every time. And see, that's what a lot of people problem with that, but that's another subject. A lot of people don't like using the exit door. A lot of people don't like using the door. But you at any time in your life, in any relationship, if things ain't going right, you can always use that door. You can always use the door. All right, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and comment, hit the notification bell. Look like 2 comments up. Already. Hey, man. Love, peace, and power, man. Y'all stay easy.